Okay, sorry for that. I'm having some issues with my camera here. I got too many videos, so I had to go back and erase some things. So what you missed, I believe, was making sure we're designing this for a t-shirt, okay? And the things about having the image go too far to the corner here, because this is where it gathers up. This is where the body turns here. So we don't want to go too much to the edge, okay? And then on this, what we got to do is our area that we're looking at is probably the size, what we call 8.5 by 11, but for you it might be 220 millimeters by 580, and it's more upright like this, okay? In other words, our paper and how we're printing has certain size dimensions. Now we can turn them sideways like this, but then you've got two pieces that put together that we've got a line. So if we can keep it within this framework of a 580 by 220, that's the best. And again, that fits really nice in the center. And that's what we did with the t-shirts. Those t-shirts are actually, we're using just one piece of paper, okay? So that's that I'd like to keep. So we can't, the full bleed here is nice. This is neat, but trying to get it to the edge would be very difficult, okay? Given the process that we're using. So with that said, I redrew your idea, try to keep it in line within this area here. And then what I was showing, one of the things I've been doing, I'm experimenting with the color pens. I like the dark pen, that's a great way to sketch, but a lot of times, sometimes it gets a little too dark on some things that you might want to be a little more delicate. So with that said, I like these. Don't know, you can tell me if you guys have these type of pens. They're like a 4-color thing. They're kind of pastel colors. We call pastels, they're not really, anyway, so then I came back in here and I can redraw the leaves. A little bit like this. And then this is just the sketch. This is just your idea on how the basic concept sketch like you've been drawing here. But you can do a lot of different ideas if you do it this way, okay? So that gets us started on the actual parameter and sort of some of the confinements we have as far as drawing like that. So I'll go ahead and look at this. So that's one idea, okay? Now if we looked at another t-shirt idea, same thing with those kind of restrictions. If we're looking at this, so then the question really becomes, like on a design like this now, we're looking at sleeves. So it's kind of hard to do sleeves on a t-shirt. So the idea would be, how do we make this work? Maybe with 2 pieces of paper. Now we can do this. So we can do 2 pieces of paper, wide like this. And we could probably, I think this is one idea. I'd like to do this, the last time we tried this, it looked pretty good. I liked the idea of putting something around the outside of this part here. I think that's possible. That'd give us maybe 1 sheet of paper here, but then we'd have to start another sheet here, and then we could get the rest of it. And then it would come down like this. Oop. Like that, but it would end down here. Now we could do a little bit of a belt here. But again, we still have this restriction, but I don't think it's a bad thing. Again, it just gives it a little more, it just brings it towards more on the inside of the seam of the t-shirt. So probably a little more like that. And again, back to the colors. And again, like right now, I'm just simply just rough sketching this out just to get the basic idea. So you understand, we do have some limitations on what we can and can't do here with just a little bit. something like that. So again, we're basically trying to get within a certain framework, this 220 by 580. Okay, so that's sort of the first part, just sort of taking some of your designs and putting them in place. Okay. Next video I want to do is I'm going to actually draw you and do some fashion, a little more fashion work using these pins. Okay.